Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Takohemi përsëri me mua Migenu në pjesën tonë të dytë të këtij emisioni. Do të vazhdojmë debatin tonë mbi organizatën MKO ose Mujahidin el-Haq, që njihen ndryshe, që ndodhen në Shqipëri. Tashmë kemi të ftuar disa antarë që kanë qenë antarë të kësaj organizate dhe tani janë larguar prej saj. Vazhdon të jetë me ne zonjë Iran-Abania, e cila do të na ndihmoj për të sqaruar më tepër pozicionin e antarëve të kësaj organizate. Do të vijoj me intervistat tona. Sigurisht që do ta kemi sërish në anglisht pjesën e dytë të këtij emisioni, do të na ndihmoj gjithashtu në përkthim njëri prej të ftuarve tanë. Atëherë, welcome to our second part of debate as a follow-up of our debate with Dr. Olsi Rajavi and Ms. and Kodabana. Now we'll continue our discussion with three ex-MKO members, we can say it like that, or defectors, they are called like this. Okay. In this second part of the discussion, we will interview our three guests, and we'll ask them why did they join this organization, the reasons they have, why they left this organization, how long did they stay there, and their problems and situation now in Albania staying here. Okay, welcome. First, we have Mr. Adel Azami. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
And I'm not sure for Mr. Sadallah
Saifi. Sadullah Saifi.
Saidullah Saifi. Sorry for my spelling of your name. So you are, both of you are from Kurdistan?
Yes, from Kermanshah.
Yeah, it's an Iranian...
It's one Iranian city, Kurdish city.
Yeah, Kurdish city?
Yeah, in west of Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and near the border.
Near to the border.
Border, yeah.
Yeah. And why you left Iran, your country, and you went and joined MKO?
Actually, it's a long story. First, thank you for inviting us here to talk. And we, three of us, actually, our village, we live together from childhood. Yeah, we know each other from childhood. We live together in our village. And our family was poor, actually. And our environment, our situation all was poor, and they affect us. They influence us to, feel like I read a lot of novel book, and feel like rebels or kind of evolution inside me, because I was very young. I was 24 years old in that time.
And you have a diploma degree, or?
Yes, yeah, I have a diploma degree.
What is your diploma?
Biology.
Biology?
Yes, yeah.
And you are working there as a biologist?
No, just left high school, and then 2 years, I think it was military, force have to go. It's normal to everybody have to go after school.
After a high school? This is normal in Iran?
In Iran, yeah. 2 years you have to go.
Yeah.
And then after that, actually I was in village, and then become 24 years old, and then time to go.
Yeah, you wanted a better life, and
actually it wasn't like follow better life in myself in that moment. Actually, because I told you in that situation, I tried to do something for my people. That's try to change something, because a lot of people poor around me, and I be familiar with radio. It's an organization radio, Mujahidin. Yeah, Mujahidin organization broadcast in Iran. There's one radio in there, and I listen them a lot. And
you know, before you were a member of Mujahidin, you know about this organization, right?
Yes, yeah.
But how you know this organization? What is that for you?
Yeah, in that moment, because they have a story from revolution in Iran, first revolution in Iran. They have a small story in them, and in that time I was 11 years. I heard about them a lot in first, and then when I listened to their radio in Iran, they talk about very nice things which attract me. For example, main things it was very good for me and I very like it. It was justice.
Justice,
talk
democracy,
about
maybe.
Democracy and freedom. Talk about freedom, justice, democracy, woman and man, and love. This is equal.
And you are feeling like you don't have these things there, yeah?
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, I feel like emotional about these things and feel like that's best things I have to do. I have to join this group, like that. I want to do something for my people and then find out maybe this is that one I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And then I was 24 years old with my friend. They already have some listen to that radio as well, just influence and talk with them. And one day we decided to cross the border. Cross the border at night, actually, and then came to Iraq. And I introduced ourselves to Iraqi soldier in that moment. And they take us to Baghdad, and after I think 3 months we've been in prison. 3 months in.
Why in prison? Because you.
Yeah, because we just crossed the border. Cross the border.
Illegally crossing border.
Yeah, and then after 3 months I was in there, and after 3 months they find out we know something dangerous or something like that. We just want to join this group, this organization, Mujahideen organization, and then they handed over us to this group in Baghdad, somewhere in Baghdad. It was Saddam time in that time.
Which year?
It was 1992. 1992, yeah, and then
you joined this organization.
We joined this organization, 3 of us, and they
both of you, all of you, you joined this organization for the same reason.
Yeah, a little different, but its main things is poor environment and poor family. In this organization, this Mujahideen organization, affects on people by their weakness.
Yeah.
They attract them by their weakness. Our weakness was poor.
Yeah.
That's why they attract us. Those people looking for freedom, that's a healthy family, for example, education family, with freedom, they attract them. We us with justice attract us. Do you understand? Any people with something match with their environment and their feeling.
Now tell me, did you find this freedom and this justice?
Yeah, just I want this is next story.
Yeah. Okay, tell me first about this gentleman here. Don't tell me the reasons, because I already figured out that. But tell me, who is he, what he was doing in Iran, and when he joined together with you MAC organization.
میگه ابتدا نمیخوام که توضیح بدی که چرا پیوستی، چون من تقریبا من گفتم کلیتشو، ولی بگو کی هستی و تو ایران چیکار میکردی.
خب من که با عادل و بهمن که دوست بودیم، از بچگی با هم بزرگ شدیم.
من was friends together and grew up together.
من توی خانواده متوسط به دنیا آمدم، بعد تا دوم راهنمایی تحصیل کردم.
Yeah, I grew up in an average family and studying I think second school.
بعدم رفتم خدمت سربازی و تکلیف سربازی انجام دادیم. بعد اومدیم که با هم فکر چار و راه و کاری بودیم که با این بچه‌ها قرار شد بیایم به مجاهدین ببینیم، همون توضیحی که خودش داد.
He said, first I think about where we going, what we should be do, and then we after military, 2 years military, he went as well, and then after came back, we talked to each other, and then decide to cross the border. And چیکار می‌کردی؟ یکی سوالمی چیکار می‌کردی ایران؟ کار چی بود؟
تو ایران که من تقریبا تا زمانی که درس می‌خوندم که تا تقریبا 16-17 سالگی، بعدم به کار کشاورزی می‌کردیم و بعدم سربازی و بعدم اومدیم اینجا دیگه اومدیم.
Just in a farm, they had a farm in school in village and help family, help dad but not so long time to work actually, and then join this organization. And
But
before was in there, it is just in working field on farm.
Yeah. But did you know that this organization, after you joined, that doesn't let you to contact your family anymore? Did you know this?
میگه میدونستی وقتی که وارد این سازمان میشی، سازمان اجازه بهت نمیده با ارگانیزیشن سازمان دیگه تماس بگیری، با مجاهدین دیگه تماس بگیری.
با مجاهدین
میدونستی؟
نه، وقتی وارد مجاهدین میشم اجازه نمیده چیکار کنم؟
که با فامیلی دوباره تماس بگیری.
نه خیر، ما اصلا خبر نداشتیم. ما شناخت کلی از طریق رادیو داشتیم، بعد اومدیم تو صحنه دیدیم اولین چیزی که گذاشتن جلومون اینه که خانواده تمام. خط
So we didn't know about that. We just we know something general about them in TV. Sorry, I said TV. In radio.
Yeah.
And then when I came join this group, and the first thing they told me, you say you have to forget your family.
And you have to forget to create a new family, to get married and to have a family for your own, yeah?
Yeah.
Or they don't tell you?
Yeah, اونا بهت نگفتن اینجا نمیتونی زن داشته باشی، بچه داشته باشی. بهت گفتن اینا رو.
چرا؟ دقیقاً همون ملاقات اول که ما خود 3 نفر با هم بودیم، یکی از مسئولین بالا به اسم احمد واقف با ما 2-3 ساعت صحبت کرد. خانواده خبری نیست، عراق تحریمه، زن و زندگی نداریم، اینجا مبارزه است، تمام.
First when I joined them, these three, when I was together, and one of them told us, he said, here we don't have any wife or marriage or kids or actually life. We don't have life.
You are not free.
Yeah, you are not free to do anything here.
You have to obey the orders.
Yeah, obey the order. Yeah, exactly. That's
and
one.
You figured out that this is a military and it works like that in military.
Yes.
In military, you don't have a family, you don't contact family.
Yeah, that's in first step we accept.
Yeah.
That's why we accept. We say, okay, when I was in military in 2 years, it obviously wasn't
the same rules.
But it's truly different. I explain later.
Yeah, I understand. But I want to know how you have this power to leave your family, to leave everything you have in your country, and to join this freaking organization.
But I think they left before they knew that that was the condition.
Yeah, for that I'm asking. Yeah.
And then he said, میگه حالا این قدرت رو از کجا آوردی؟ چطور شد تو فهمیدی یه دفعه این خانواده رو همه رو جا گذاشتی؟ یه دفعه پیوستی به این، مثلا چجور شد یه دفعه؟
ببین، ما به هر حال عقایدی داشتیم. قشر روشنفکر جامعه بودیم، دور و برمون فقر و بدبختی بود. از تو خانواده خودمون، تو کوچه، تو مدرسه، همه جا می‌دیدیم. به هر حال دنبال راهکاری بودیم.
Everywhere we see poor family, and that is important. I say the poor family around us, and we think, because we are a little open mind in Iran, and we think we are responsible about this situation. We have to do something. And that's the reason actually join this group. That's power come from.
بعد این هدفمون انقدر برام ارزش داشت، وقتی با این صحنه روبرو شدیم، هرچند شوکه کننده بود که خانواده فلان نیستن، تمام همه چیز، ولی واقعا انقدر ایمان هدف داشتیم، اینو گذاشتیم که گفتیم به خاطر این باشه، اینو پذیرفت.
So because when I joined them, we knew this is horrible situation. We don't have a life or nothing, but because of this power and this decide we do this decision, and we just accept it in first step. Accepted this one, that situation.
You were waiting for something there to happen. For example, how long gonna last this time as a member of MAG?
Yeah.
You are waiting for something. For example, when is gonna end this military?
میگه چقدر به ذهن چقدر میومد که چقدر طول میکشه این داستان، بعد چطور تمام میشه؟ اصلا فکر میکنی چطور تمام میشه؟ چطور باید تمام میشد؟
ما که همون اوایل سال اول فکر میکردیم واقعا 1-2 سال ماکسیموم به همون اهدافمون میرسیم. بالاخره هدف نزدیک، رادیوشون رو گوش میکردیم، تبلیغاتشون، گفتیم خب ما هم جوانی میریم کار برای مملکتمون میکنیم، 1-2 سال هم هستیم اینجوری. ولی در عمل وقتی اومدیم آشنا شدیم با اینا، میبینیم اصلا یک داستان دیگه است.
A few years first actually, because organization propaganda inside as well, outside and inside. Actually, we believe we want to do something. We happen in upside down or something like that in future in Iran.
Yeah.
You know, and we become
Keep on
empowered.
dreaming all the time.
Dreaming, yeah. It's just one organization, all in dream. Actually, live in dream.
Illusion.
Unusual, yeah, unusual. And then after that, we think we just not so long, because just maybe next year, just now they tell them next year happen. But from that time, it's still year and year, give people like encouragement to stay with them.
And now you came in Albania. How you feel being a member and living in Albania? Is it different from the time that you spent in Iraq all this time?
میگه الان اومدین آلبانیا.
When they were a member, huh? But now they
الان
left.
اومدین آلبانیا، مثلا هوای آزاد دیدین، فضا دیدین. الان چه فضایی دارین نسبت به گذشته که عضو سازمان مجاهدین بودین؟ چه تغییری کرده؟
خب در خلاصه ترین چیز که اینه که واقعا اول اصلا اجازه خودمون رو داریم فکر کنیم ببینید دنیای پیرامون رو چه خبره.
First thing is important for us. It's just we can think, we can decide for very simple things in our life.
Not now that they are out. How many time he spent here in Albania inside Mac?
Inside.
Inside, yeah. I'm
چند سال
asking
تو
inside.
داخل سازمان بودین؟ چند سال تو آلبانی داخل سازمان بودین؟
تو آلبانی همین تا 3 هفته پیش 1 سال خورده ای تو آلبانی.
Yeah, about one and a half year.
And when
was
he was
inside, yeah.
inside the Mac here
yeah.
in Albania, what he's doing? He's doing the
No.
same life.
میگه اونا
What
الان داخل
changed?
سازمان چیکار میکردین اونجا؟ تو سازمان بودین؟
ما که یه بخشش بهش میگفتن کار داخله که به اصطلاح ارتباط برقرار کنید و نیروها رو آماده کنید فضای سرنگونی و بگین ما داریم میایم و استراتژی هزار اشراف از این حرفا که همیشه میزنن. یه بخشش این
Yeah, part of it was just going to some place and encourage other people around you to very close this end of this way we go in. That's mean don't leave.
So they have limits, a limited area where they move or they can move here in Albania.
Yeah,
like
میگه تو محدوده داشتین تو آلبانی کجا برین برگردین؟ جای مشخصی داشتین؟
نه وقت بیرون می اومدیم.
آره. با کی می اومدین؟ با
نه محدوده ولی با حساب کتاب اسم بده کجا میری چه زمانی با کی میری کی میای که بعدش نفر کنترلر بفرستن دنبال ما چک کنه که ما کجا میریم.
کجا میریم؟ آره.
مثلا بیرون می اومدیم میگفتن
And then he said actually when I came out he should become with a commander or 2 person 3 person together and then try to not look around a lot and when you go back to inside the organization Mujahideen and at night they have to tell everything happened in your
what
brain.
they did.
Yeah. Report everything.
Confess.
Yeah, confess. Yeah, exactly.
They make like a prize.
Yeah, we have a meeting every night in Ashraf as well. You have to confess anything in your mind. Even for example, 20 years ago, for example,
And you do this sincerely?
Yes, yeah. We have to do every night. For example, I said, for example, write a paper and said 20 years ago I think about my girlfriend last night. And then that's problem. And then
but
he
maybe
said,
you're lying.
Why you think? Yeah, that's me. This is about 20 years ago, and anything you do, very simple things happening there. You see, you have to tell them about inside.
But you can lie. Who is controlling you? Your mind.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people lie actually.
Yeah, they be like pure and they don't think bad things. Never.
You know, in this organization, they tell us a lot of lying. And people tell them as well lying.
Yeah,
because
a big lie process.
Because that's why this is base of lying. This organization. That's mean if you have four of them is lying. That's mean people can see lying in there, and then they easily tell them lie. But some very rare people, poor people, and like maybe simple people tell them truth. That's why that's why they keep something for themselves here.
And if you think something bad in your mind, they punish you. What happens?
Yeah,
I think what needs to be explained here is that even if you're lying, even if you're telling the truth, the purpose of these confessional meetings is to control you and to punish you. So even if you, as you say, you maybe say, I have pure thoughts, I only think of nice things, you'll be punished for that.
Really?
There is no escape.
What is this punishment? What they do?
The punishment, they
physical torture or?
Yes, they will humiliate you. They will have a group of people who will swear at you and
shows you somewhere, for example, like a prison?
Oh, in public? No. Well, that's the later stages. But in the first steps,
humiliation.
It's humiliation. They may even beat you. But after that, if you don't submit and say I was wrong and I give in, then they will take you off into isolation and prison, and the situation
maybe
escalates.
Without food, these things, or no?
Yes, but that is kind of down the line. On a daily basis, these people are humiliated, suppressed, punished.
All the time.
Every day there is a fear that you may be put in front of everybody, and everybody shouts
under
at you.
Stress.
Under stress,
and
exactly.
They have a psychologist inside, or doctors, or only doctors for diseases?
They don't have any doctors or any medical support at all inside.
You know, this is actually this organization make you like try control your brain step by step. They control your brain actually by meeting. That's mean, first of all, you have to lose all your emotional feeling about family. That's mean family. He say family is family is your enemy. That's make you inside. Every details of outside is your enemy. That's mean every details of life. Every atom.
Everything
of your life, even car, even life,
Yes.
And make you first to lose this all feeling about family, about past, about your memory, and bury yourself inside, actually. And then they try to, after you make you empty everything, they try put those things they want instead, like
brainwash you.
Yes,
submission,
like robot.
and
exactly like robot, like machine. They have to talk like, he told me some story. There's a story about coming out when he coming out.
Yeah, now I wanted to ask why he get out. How could he leave this organization?
اولم داستانه بگو اومدیم بیرون.
مثلا اینا میگفتن چی؟ مثلا فاصله یه محله مشخصی که نزدیکتر دورتر یه مقدار از اون محل ما باید از 4 روز قبل بگی، بعد اسم نفراتی که باش میخوای بری بگی، بعد خلاصه با بعد برمیگردی تخلیه اطلاعاتی میکنی که مثلا فلان جدا شده رو دیدی، کجا دیدی، چیکار میکرد، این یه ریل. بعد حالا میخواد ترجمه کنم.
He said when they let us to come out, you have to tell us first where you go in, talk with who, and which limit you go in, and when you come back, you tell them all those things happen in your mind, and talk with who, and were you talking about? Did you talk with family? And all things happen here. And then he told me there's one pool in there. When I came out, when I was inside the organization, and he came out. He explained earlier for me, and he said, this commander go to behind line. He said, everybody line, be ready, everybody like that. And every online, because this one is pool and woman and man swimming in there, and say everybody in line, and he go back of all of them and say, everybody look at right, don't look at this side.
Oh, God.
Not to see people in a swimming pool.
Swimming pool, yeah.
Oh.
And then that's these horrible things he say people just walking like that and talk until past. This is horrible. Yeah, that's mean. They try to control all inside every details of things inside.
Yeah, and this is a very strange military, yeah?
Yeah, that is very strange, really.
All the militaries are strange. And then, this is the strange.
And another story, just because he told me, we said we can make it short. He said when you passing this passing cross, crossing
the road or something.
Crossroad, crossroad. And he said you should be tell everybody you passing in crossroad, not passing everywhere, because if a car would crash with you and died, we can get insurance money from this car. That is very
Yeah.
weird, horrible thing. They say, no, don't think about their safety. They think about when he crashed and died, he get more money from this car.
So go in front of cars, they are saying.
No, he
and
said.
crash.
No, he said going this way because when you crash with this crossing, car is fault.
Yeah.
Car is fault actually, and they get money from this insurance. That's mean very strange things to tell people easily.
But how he get out from this organization? How
میگه
could
چطور
he?
اومدی بیرون؟
مثلا اینا زمینه که ساختن به طور نحوه خارج شدن میگه یا چه دلیلی داره؟
Which reason they came out or how?
Did he do anything wrong and they pushed him out?
Yeah, میگه دو چیز اشتباهی کردی اونجا اومدی بیرون یا خودت تصمیم گرفتی یا چجور شده؟
تصمیم گرفتم. من تصمیم گرفتم. ببین صبح تا شب ما اومدیم تو آلبانی، زمینه عراق که تمام شد، دشمن رو در رو فلان یک داستانی درست کردن به اسم دشمن بورژوازی. یعنی مملکت آلبانی و اروپا همه دشمن ما باید موضع بگیریم نظامی در بر علیه اینا.
He said first things he came here. He said now.
So he was saying that when they were in Iraq, the enemy was in front of them. It was the Iranians, and you know they were going to overthrow the regime. But when they came to Albania, the enemy suddenly became bourgeoisie and the Western lifestyle, and they had to take up a position and fight against all this.
It's a social life.
Social life and culture.
Yeah. So their enemy is this life that we are doing, this freedom that we have. Is their enemy. They shouldn't do this. Like this?
You know, inside the Mujahideen,
inside,
us and them. So they create an atmosphere of other. Yes. We are all together against the world. So wherever they are in the world, they will create an enemy.
Yeah, that's actually basically it's life is enemy life. Any details of life outside is real life is enemy.
They shouldn't wear happy colors.
Happy colors,
And they never should be happy in their face. They
smiling.
Are like angry like this because they are fighting. It means
and you look at any details of life like kids. For example,
entertainment doesn't exist, no?
Yeah, in kids or even car, even house. This is all problem for them because make you think about life fast. You know, for example, kids. First time when I was in Ashraf, some family came to see his son or daughter came to our battalion in hall lunch. We've been in hall lunch. One of them, she has a small kids in. When first cry, everybody surprised and look at each other. Because for a long time we didn't hear cry of baby.
God.
You know, it's very sad really in this situation.
اینا واقعا هر بار یک داستانی درست میکنه. مثلا من 6 ماه واقعا تو اشراف بودیم اومدیم اینجا با به اصطلاح مثلا دموکراسی و فلان و برای مردم و اولین مارکی که به ما چسبوندن که شما اومدید ترور کنید ما رو. بعد 6 ماه منو کردن تو انفرادی. اون از اشرافش. اینا بگو بعد اینجا رو شروع.
He said when he came to here 6 months first he said you came to bourgeoisie. اومدی تو
نه تو اشرف که وارد اشرف شدیم بعد از یه سال نشده بود گفتن تو اومدی ما رو ترور کنی و فلان گرفتن انداختن تو انفرادیت اعتراف کن.
Just 1 year when I joined to this military when being together and he been arrested. He said you came to terror our leader or something like that and arrest him and put in prison. Very horrible prison, which I was as well together. In horrible prison in Ashraf, there was in there a lot of 100 people in just some small room like that, and torture. A lot of people tortured in that moment, and a lot of pressure on in that moment. Why you do that? Why you think like that? Why you coming this way? And a lot of question which wasn't necessary actually in that moment.
بعد شکنجه بس واقعا اینو جد به جد میگم من نفر رو جلو خودم همشهری منو کشتن یعنی بودن دیگه آدم خیلی آدما بودن دیدن به چشم قفسه سینه‌شو شکوندن پرویز نظری معلم بود قفسه سینه شکستن چشماش.
He was in during he was in prison just one of member in there Yeah, he been arrested as well, and then by torture, they kill him. Actually, he was Parviz Nazari.
Parviz Nazari.
Yeah, Parviz Nazari. He was teacher in Iran before, and they joined in this group and been in this prison, and tortured him a lot, and to tell them, are you coming from Iranian government to do something in here like that? He says, so to God, no. But they tortured him and broke chest, their chest, yeah. And he died in there. He was in same cell actually.
من واقعا این صحنه رو دیدم بهشون گفتم من که آدمی نیستم از اونجا آمدم ولی قصد خودکشی دارم. خیلی بیخیال بودم وقتی گفتم این صحنه رو من دیدم اصلا از خدام ناامید شدم.
I said when I saw this situation and things, just I lose all my hope, actually, all my feeling before what was because comfort.
And
now
that was
we
just
see
at the beginning of his.
Yeah, it was the beginning. It's just 1 year, and suddenly faced to this problem, you know. And then he said, "I'm not coming to do something with your leader with nothing, but you make me to don't have a hope even about everything."
About
Nothing.
How do you feel about them now?
حالا اومدیم اینجا
میگه چه احساسی داری الان؟
من که واقعا
نسبت به مجاهدین
واقعا از دشمن خونیم دشمن ترم. یعنی واقعا احساس میکنم یک روزی انتقام این خیانتی که با من کردن و فردن اگه عمر داشته باشم باید بگیرم ازشون.
He said, I feel like feeling very under pressure
hateful.
about this kind, yeah, hateful and revenge, angry. But
he didn't tell me the reason why he left, or
yeah,
what was the reason?
Yeah, why you?
Don't worry, a lot of languages here now.
Yeah, just mix up. I'm not professional translator.
It's good.
Okay.
Nobody is here.
چه دلیل داشت که ترک کردی اونجا رو اومدی؟
دلیلش این که من که از سالیانه واقعا حالا نمیدونم چقدر خودت میدونی من با اینا زاویه دارم هیچ وقتم توی یک خط نبودیم ولی یه جا فضاش اونجا نبودی خودت میدونی دیگه بری بیرون فلان میشی و با رژیمی و مزدوری و فلان تا بالاخره اومدیم اینجا دیدیم نه بابا اینجوری نیست یه راه نفسی هست بالاخره.
He said when we say long time actually I'm not with them with mental not with them maybe physically I was with them but mentally and feeling I wasn't with them for a long time before but when I came to here I feel like have some opportunity to come out some hope outside
for a life.
Yeah, and then to follow life new real life you know.
And how is living here now? What he's doing?
میگه الان چیکار میکنی اینجا چیکار میکنی؟
بیرونم؟
آره.
الان بیرونم که الان روزانه که یک 2 روز 3 روز در هفته جدیدن 2 ساعت کلاس میرم کلاس هم تمرین کامپیوتر بقیه‌اش هم جلو کمیساریا وزارت کشور دارن که حقوق نداریم امکانات نداریم داریم سر اینا صحبت میکنیم.
He said just if you every week هر هفته 2 روز
هر هفته دوشنبه و چهارشنبه و جمعه 2 ساعت کلاس داریم روزانه.
Just a few 3 days a week they go into class now and then we just go into everywhere to tell like UNHCR you know United Nations and United Nations even going to there asking them to get their life you know their right because they came in. I just want to explain a little this situation. In this situation they came here by deal between American and Mujahideen and Albanian government 3 side but they get responsible of them to bring here but now when you come in here when you came out they push them to stay in this horrible situation you know horrible place but if someone come out nobody responsible about them.
Yeah, we talk this later about them all. I wanted to know only his situation. Is he working or how is living now?
Yeah, ایفه چجور الان داری چجور زندگی میکنی؟ غذا مزا میدن به سحر؟
خب هر 15 روز یه بار میگن یه مقدار جیره خشک و ماکارونی و فلان همین مایع‌تر اولیه میدن، بعد گاهنم 15 روز رد میشه، مثلا 2 روز رد 4 روز رد شده نیاورد.
It's just organization. It's like a Sahara organization, I think. Ramsa. It's Ramsa.
Yeah, it's Albanian refugee agency.
Refugee, yeah. And they help them to get some food. They give them some food like rice, like some basic tea, macaroni, basic
very
things.
Very small quantities and very basic.
Basic things, and then give them. And some place to live now is very accommodation just now for temporary.
Like camp,
like camp, temporary.
Yeah, but he's hopeless too, yeah?
Yeah, this is hopeless actually. They know they don't have any identity in this country actually. Because they have some paper, nobody accepts this paper. If you go even get somewhere, one could get something, they're looking for ID. They don't have even identity.
Yeah, this is their main problem.
Yeah,
we are discussing before, and we're going to discuss later. Before we invite other guests, tell him if he wants to say anything before we end up the interview with him.
میگه چیزی دیگه داری، چیزی اضافه کنی، این نکته چیزی داری اضافه خاطره ای هر چی هست.
من تو ذهنم خیلی چیزا هست ولی در این فرصت نمیگنجه، ولی واقعیتش اینه که اینا خیلی بدجوری. من میگم الان اینا که با ما که اینجوری 27 سال باشون زندگی کردیم، جوونیمون و خانواده همه چیزمون گذاشتیم، این خیانتو کردن، فردا اگر فردا روزگار که وجود نداره، من سرنگونی در کار نیست، با مردم ایران چه کار میکنن؟
He said, just I want to tell people or audience or anyone, they do this horrible situation for us in our people. That's mean their people actually, their member. They do this under press and under stress all time, and no freedom, no even justice between them. How they want to manage in future in Iran? How they say we bring justice and freedom for you, because they cannot do even their member for their member and their small camp. They cannot do nothing about them, and horrible, very cult dictatorship inside. How can do?
If they're producing victims, how they gonna produce victory there?
Yeah, victory. That mean it's impossible.
Yeah, I thank you so much for being here and for telling us his story. Now we're gonna invite other guests, and we're gonna continue together.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
میگه ممنونم به خاطر اومدی اینجا. بعد خیلی خوشحال شدیم که چیزایی که گفتی شنیدیم، صحبتات شنیدیم. الان میخوایم شما برین نفر بعدی بیاد.
ممنونم از زحمات شما، واقعا قدردانی میکنم اینکه حمایت کردید، ما رو پشتیبانی میکنید. به هر حال یکی هست به فکر ما باشه، این خیلی برای من امیدوار کننده است و واقعا آدم یه ذره اعتقاد پیدا میکنه که انسان‌ها با شرف هنوز تو دنیا هستن.
Thank you as well for invite us here and appreciate all things you do for us, and I get hope still humanity exists and care about us.
Yeah, information is power, so people have to know, must know about your situation, and maybe they're gonna move.
Yeah. اطلاعاتی که ما دادی خیلی قدرتمنده، خیلی خوبه، خیلی چشته مردم باید بفهمن در مورد موقعیت شما وضعیت شما.
برای بقیه واقعا بقیه کنجا گیر کردن.
Just I think about those people still inside and still under pressure in this brainwashing.
بله ممنونم.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we continue our interview with our second guest. His name is Mr. Bahman Azami. Welcome. Mr. Bahman is also an ex-member of MKO. He's going to tell us his story. Please, Mr. Adel, you are helping us with translation as well. Ask him when did he join this organization, how long did he stay, and why he left this organization.
میگه کی تو به این سازمان پیوستی، چقدر اونجا بودی و چرا جدا شدی؟ یه خلاصه بگی کی پیوستی.
من فکر کنم در سال خود 71 کمپ پیوستم تقریبا 26 ساله.
1992, I joined this organization, Mujahideen organization, and 26 years I'm in there.
And why he left?
And چرا تو جدا شدی ازشون؟ چرا؟
اون که منم که همین که من همون خود اینایی که از قبل داشتم، همون خود که من او خود ایدهایی که قبلا که مثلا سالیان ساله که به عراش اومد بودم، همون که خود مثلا اقرب بقیه‌ای که اومد که دیدم خودم که گل میکردم، یه خود احساس خودم چه من احساس خودم مسئولیت میکردم و همین دلیل بود که خودم که به هند پیوستم، بس آزمان پیوستم.
He said, I feel like responsible in my situation. Those things I came for in this group, for example, like justice, what I said, is because it's all similar story actually, yeah. And just poorness, family around me, and they affect me and join this group. And سوالی که کرد که حالا اومدیانه چرا جدا شدی؟ ندیدی اونا رو؟
نه،
چرا دیدی؟
من که چه من از اونایی که مثلا در چه من از اونایی که مثلا در دینم و در خود اما خود عقیدم بود که آره چه از اینا من هیچ کدامش در آزمانی که من که مثلا یکی از اونایی بودم که هر چه من 11 فروردین که اشتاق خوردم، اولوله خوردم، هیچ کدام از این ارزشایی که براش اومده بودم هیچ کدامش در این آزمانی که مجاهدین نمیدیدم. وقتی که همینم که من نمیدیدم، همینم که باعث چی من ایده‌ای که داشتم هم را یه دفعه فرو ریخت.
He said those feeling and those emotional I had about those idea I had before joining this group, this organization Mujahideen. When I came to, I didn't see nothing or match with those my dream actually. And I feel like because I had a few bullets in body in one attacked, Iraq in Ashraf. He was one of them to get injured. And then he said because of this I didn't see anything, those things I came for in there, like justice, freedom, and plus of them. There's a lot under pressure and brainwashing and control and no see outside, a lot of family or nothing, and because of all of them, I think it's not situation I come and I came for, and it's not place to live, to stay here. That's why I decided to
go in.
Live, yeah, go in, yeah.
Did Mac made any torture or any physical damage
before.
to him before? Yeah, when he was a member there.
هیچ فشاری آوردن به مثلا چی کردن به مثلا شکنجه روحی روانی یا زدنت یا
نه من که مثلا هر سال فکرم که این بود در سال خود 72 بود که جرم چی من همین خود افوزی که من مثلا از ایران اومدم به خاطر که مثلا از خود رجوی علم کنم شروع کنم و همین دلیلم که بود که چی من اشاره یادی که اویم من بود. یعنی که ارمی که انا از دلیم این بستن و که خودش آقا بام که میزدن که من مثلا یه جوری که کلمه کنم، یه جوری مثلا چی من مثلا اعتراف کنم که این که عرقی که من کلمه کنم به چی من امضا کنم. همین دلیل منم که چی من اون هیچ اینایی داشتم، همه خود عقیده‌ای داشتم هیچ چیزا ندادم.
About 1994 or 1994, 1995, as other people, I said, a few people, a lot of people in this group have been arrested and took them to prison. And because of that same reason, other one was, and I was as well. You spy off government and come to this country like that. And then he been tortured and tie him up in in chair, tortured, and because he thinks it's all thing he came for in that moment, not match with them. He said paper to them to sign it in front of him. Give him one paper to sign it. These all things you're coming for. Kill our leader, kill our commander, kill blah blah blah. You have to sign it. And he didn't accept it. And they torture him a lot in these things and under pressure in some same separate room.
And then when he's free from this prison, how can be a member if they are saying that he's coming there to kill the leader?
Yeah, وقتی تو از این موقعیت که اومدی بیرون، بعد چطور تو اون موقع مثلا اومدی بیرون، چطور دیگه تونستی یه عضو بشی؟ دیگه چطور میتونستی عضو بشی یا دیگه نشدی هیچ وقت دیگه؟
نه هیچ وقت که آره مثلا داخل اینم داشتم دیگه یه فاصله خیلی طولانی داشتم با سازمان.
In that moment when I came out, I wasn't that's a person before. That's truly changed because in mind, in my brain, not match with them at all. That's
do
separate.
They do any injection to them?
You want to ask him or I want to say
or you if you know that.
He said hiç hani zaten bet ampul. هیچ آمپولی زدن بهت اینجا کاره که نزدن؟
نه.
No.
Yeah, maybe any drugs or any chemical.
There are stories.
Not to think, to lose your memory maybe.
You know, this is brainwashing.
Yeah.
It's exactly brainwashing because it's called.
I want to know this brainwashing is only with words or with chemicals too?
Yeah. Chemical a little put in some food actually
in
for everybody.
Foods.
Yeah, some food.
They use
generally. To not feel exciting or something like that. Calm down, cool down.
They're saying they use in prisons.
Prison, yeah. Same I use in prison.
Bromide.
Yeah. But main things is brainwashing every year, every day and every night in meeting. That is important. Maybe you cannot imagine.
You do meetings every day.
Every day, yeah. Every day you have to
meeting.
You have a meeting half an hour after lunch. You have to criticize yourself first. That's mean all things you do, something very simple things in your life. We have a 2 meeting. One of them is about life and what you call that is woman. Yeah, things. If you think about life and woman and kids and something like that. And one of them about daily work, daily job. For example, when you go to there, you have to first you go to that meeting, you have to criticize yourself, all you did wrong. You have to, even you don't do anything wrong, you have to create something. You have to say something in there. That means it's have to. If you don't say something like that, say what's wrong with you? Why you don't say nothing in this meeting? This meeting is for you, you have to say something. And so a lot of people direct people to lying as well. But anyway, you criticize yourself and other people say something about you. And you have to stand up and quiet. If other people shouting at you and yelling at you and say, for example, something wrong, why you do that, blah, 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 very loud talk with you, and you have to just put head down and not allow to answer. That's very bad situation. You have to feel, control yourself. If you say something wrong and something not right actually, but you're not allowed, you don't have any right to that. Like court. Every night you go to court.
Is there any hierarchy of this organization? They have leader.
Hierarchy.
Yeah, hierarchy.
The whole thing is a hierarchy, a very steep hierarchy. With the
And they are
leadership.
women and men, or all women? The leader is a woman.
The leader is a woman. The hierarchy of the Mujahideen is as I say, very steep. You have the leader on the top, which was Masoud Rajavi and his wife Mariam. She is now the de facto leader because Masoud Rajavi has disappeared and is presumed dead. But below that, then you will have a few what we call lieutenants, the kind of loyal members who protect the leader. And there may be only 5 of these. In any cult is a similar sort of structure. And then beyond that, you have different layers of members who are loyal, and they will be changed according to how loyal they are. And then below that becomes the membership. So the top part of the organization is very closed and structured.
Now, why this Mariam Rajavi was married?
Mariam Rajavi was married.
She allowed herself to have a family.
Well, before
Other members, no.
Before this happened, before the marriage, the Mujahideen were able to have families and get married, and of course they had to dedicate themselves to the struggle, but they had marriages and children. Masoud married Mariam Rajavi in order to consolidate his power over the organization. She became like a buffer between him and the membership. He, in a sense, elevated himself above everybody to the position almost of
God?
God, yes. In fact, God, yes. And there are parallels between his position, and he wanted to recreate the power that Khomeini had, Ayatollah Khomeini, and then after that Khamenei. He wanted to be the spiritual leader of the Mujahideen.
So they are copying the same of Iran.
Yes.
How are they going to change Iran? They're making the same.
This is the big question. That's a very big question. Every member of the Mujahideen needs to ask themselves that question.
Yeah, and we too, because we have this in our country, and we have to know, because we are believing that they are being a democratic opposition of Iran regime, and our ministers, our deputies here are supporting this group, thinking that this group is a democratic opposition of Iran, and it seems they don't know anything about this group.
It's the world doesn't know, does it?
Yeah, that's
And another question, please, before this. In other countries that this group is operating, are there any information, TV shows, debates, or publishing? You wrote some books, but more than this, who or which can inform the people about this group and this organization, the truth about this organization?
Well, it's interesting that in the past, yes, the Mujahideen, their propaganda machine was so powerful and so supported by Western media that most people didn't really know the organization properly. But people like myself and other ex-members and other interested people like yourselves have investigated and moved the knowledge forward about who they really are. Now, what you find is that where before, maybe 5-10 years ago, the Mujahideen were given access to parliaments in Europe, Western Europe. They were given platforms in the media. Nowadays, those people are aware. There was a meeting very recently in the European Parliament, called by some members of Parliament, in which the Mujahideen was discussed and how the Parliament could actually confront them and prevent them from coming into Parliament, because
they don't want to allow them to come.
They don't want to allow them to come there.
Because in those meetings in Paris, we see a lot of leaders, world leaders, taking part in there.
This is the question we need to ask for President Macron. Is, the Americans are supporting this Mujahideen, the Saudi Arabians, the Israelis, they want the Mujahideen to be there, to be anti-Iran. Where do you stand? Where does Europe stand on this issue? Because although that meeting that the Mujahideen have is in a sense private, because it's held in a privately hired hall, but the actual message coming out of that hall is in France. You cannot be calling for the violent overthrow of the Iranian regime from the middle of Paris. How does this work? So, the French and the Western European governments need to answer these questions.
Yeah,
and just I want to just tell you some memory in past. When 11 September happened, we had a celebration in this group. We had a big celebration, and then the leader come in and said, "We power of Islam," like that. And we with that one was shocked actually, because it's very weird situation, in that moment. But I just want to tell you, this is like a chameleon. Chameleons?
Yeah, that change the colors of the skin.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they tricked. They tricked in European democracy actually in outside, because their nature cannot change.
United Nations were declaring them as terrorists.
Yeah, as a terrorist.
And now they are not.
Because I want to tell you, when the people inside, they try to radicalize inside of people. Each of people being radicalized by brainwashing, and then these people doesn't matter they are where they are and what they do. Here is their open, because they have a control of here or their people. That's mean it's dangerous for everywhere, because it's their nature. Violence started with violence, and now I think they are just try to match with democracy, and outside try to get the propaganda, try to get attention from outside to get help or something like that, but they cannot change. They cannot change their nature.
But Anne believes that they can change with the help of their families, yeah?
Yes.
I just talk about leader actually.
Yes,
yeah, but how can we save these people? There are a lot of people there, and Anne is declaring that she's believing that their families can help these people to get out from the organization and to be open-minded. Yeah,
because I was explaining that on the political level there's a lot of lies and
we can fight there.
Misinformation and a lot of things going on. But in fact, behind the scenes, when we come to the members of the organization, they can be persuaded to change. They can be convinced that they are on the wrong path. You three, you understood very, very early on that you were
find out
you found out very quickly that your ideas were different. Someone like me, I was in them for a while, and right until the last moment, I still thought that they were the good guys, and I was the bad person.
Yeah, I know.
But and
you think just when I was organization, actually, a lot of people, when your family come in, that's actually right. It's family coming to visit them. Exactly, those people come to visit because something get alive inside. feeling alive, and they came out. Like
They
actually,
get some strength, maybe.
yeah, get strong can just leave this group. Those people, family come to see them. Exactly, those people leave group and came to.
We had a lot of examples of that in Iraq, and in 2003, when the American and the Allied forces came to Iraq and overthrew the Saddam regime. Almost from the very beginning, families came from Iran to Iraq under those conditions of war and bombing, and they were so desperate to find their relatives in the Mujahideen.
And to save
they
them.
risked everything to come. And year after year after year, they would come and they would stand outside the camp, and they had no opportunity to meet with their relatives, and they all, more or less went home disappointed. But in some cases, for example, the family would have a microphone, a loudspeaker, and they would say, "Oh, my son," and call them by their name. "This is your mother, I haven't seen you for so long," and they would talk to them. And some, maybe year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, that person left. And so it had a very big effect on people inside the camp, even though they were under these conditions of suppression and don't think and don't feel. But something caught in them, and it wouldn't go away until it grew to a point where they just said, "I'm going." And the families, because of these experiences, they created a foundation, an organization.
I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, if I can just explain that.
Yeah,
Because,
of course.
a few people who had come out, and we call them former members, and then the families, they would get together, and the families would ask them, "Well, have you seen my son, my daughter, my cousin, whatever?" And then the former members would say, "Yes, but this is what we need to do." And so they created a foundation called Sahar Family Foundation, and it was funded by the families and supported by the families, and helped by the former members who explained, because the families didn't know, just as you didn't know, as the people here, they don't know
What is happening
to their relatives. And when they found out, they were shocked, and they just wanted to do something to help. So they created a foundation, and one thing that they understood was that people can't leave because they have nowhere to go. In Iraq, under the war, the bombardments and things, if you walk out of that camp, even if you could, where do you go? Where do you go?
There's war everywhere.
And the same situation is happening here in Albania.
In Albania, there is no war, but there is...
The people who, they don't have the language, the skill, they have no money, they have no family, they have nothing.
They have no documents.
No documents, no status. Exactly like in Iraq, where their passports, their identity papers were taken from them. And so if they went into the street in Baghdad, they had no document. They
there
had
were
no
nobody
identity.
legally.
Exactly.
If you don't have an ID, you are nobody. You
Yes.
don't exist legally.
Yes. So Sahar Family Foundation was created in order to provide a support network for them. And it's been very effective. In Iraq, it was effective. We're hoping now to bring that organization to Albania in order to support the people who leave, so that they are not dependent on...
And maybe to provide them some Albanian language or some help, other help, what they need
Help
to
them
integrate.
to integrate, exactly.
Yeah, and to live a normal life here.
Yes, yes.
I hope that this foundation gonna succeed here and gonna help these members. We are almost in the end. If you don't have anything else to say.
Really, just when I came out from this group, I want to just tell you some memory is very important. When I came out first time, because in organization, for a long time we didn't contact with family at all. We didn't know anything about my family. And about 16 years I was, 12 years, and then 4 years in American camp in Iraq. I was in the, and when I came to American camp at night, first night it was very, very, beautiful night for me. Because when I sleep, I feel like first time in my life, I feel like free. That's mean I can't sleep, and I cannot not sleep. That's me in my own choice. That's me very simple things, even morning, wake up or not wake up. I will go to breakfast or not go breakfast. That's mean I'm free.
You are deciding by yourself.
Yeah, decide. That is very exciting for me. That is simple things in life, even like, but for me in that moment it was very exciting. And later, when the American make an opportunity for us to contact family, they made get contact from my family. And then first time when I talked with my sister, he didn't know me actually. She didn't recognize me and said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Adel." I'm like that. I said, "No, you know, Adel died."
God.
Yeah, he said it's 15 years ago. And then I said, explain, and said, it's me. I said, tell me some memory, something like that. And I tell her a lot about memory. Do you remember? And eventually, and recognize me and cry, both of us. And very, very, hard situation in that moment. After about maybe 12, 13 years, it wasn't so long, but I feel very emotional in that moment and cry both. And in American, one group going to each tent to find out their number, their family number. After for some of them 13 years, some of them 20 years, some of them 25 years, no at all news about outside, no at all, like cave, like you live in cave. And then when they talk and just find some number of family or something like sister, brother. And when we was outside of tent, and suddenly we heard crying in this tent, and then after that's crying again. Mm-hmm. Same situation. After
in Iraq, yeah?
Yeah, it happened in Iraq.
Why Americans now in Albania, they are not letting them to contact their families? They did this already in Iraq.
Yeah, it's an American camp.
Yes. It was a military camp. Yes.
You know,
outside Mecca.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yes.
It was in American camp to disarm us, you know,
now it's clear,
and then make a battalion corner of Ashraf. American make a battalion, and everybody have an opportunity to escape to here. They make a camp for us.
Yeah.
Separate, just 200 meter, but two different worlds, 200 meter. And then it's very good in that moment. Just maybe still in your prison, still you're not cannot. But here you are free. That's mean you know the pressure anymore, and you at least can contact with your family. Some of them when they came out and find out their dad, their mom, they died a long time ago. You know, they don't know at all about it. That's a very sad story for them. When they come to this country, when they contact, they try still control them in this country. They try to know contact with family. When he and other friends contact with family, they punish them and then send and talk with them loudly and why you contact.
Yeah, we're gonna show a document in the screen.
Yeah.
They forced to sign the members that you have to promise not to contact the families.
Yes.
Otherwise you've been punished or.
Yeah, exactly. They want to cut your in past. Still here in freedom country.
A signed document is a proof, is a fact that this is a criminal organization that is against human rights to provide.
Yeah, let's talk with your family for 25 years.
Yes.
That is very interesting.
Yes.
And we hope everyone can hear and can be aware of this and to act. Act and to help these people.
Yes, really, they need help from government, from United Nations, from everywhere. Those people coming out, or try to come out, because a lot of people inside don't have a hope to come out. If have a hope outside, definitely they come in. If have a hope, for example, those people think outside people asleep in the street or no food, no life. If you some hope, some support outside from government, they just help them to leave this organization and follow their normal life like other people after 30 years, and some of them maybe 30, 35 years in this organization still. And most of them is old. Average maybe age is about 50, 55.
And they deserve at least some years
just
free.
In end of life, have just freedom and
Some
normal
freedom.
life.
Yeah.
They deserve.
I feel so sorry for your situation. I hope the best for you, and I really thank you that you were here and telling us your stories. And I thank you so much. We see you other IMPAKT TV shows. From me, Migena Bala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.